was the worst intro ever, but thank you.
I was not named.
Not
I was
seen
not
worse.
named in it.
You are my guest. You're
Okay,
in the
good.
special circle.
Okay, good.
You know? Yeah. But thank you everyone for being here. Is this actually live on Twitter as well? I have not checked. If
I
it
can
is,
check. Hold on. I know it's live on Rumble. I was watching. Let me check.
thank you. We are back in real time. Even though America's not.
Actually, no. This is the time it should always be right now. This is the way it should be.
No, it should not be this time.
You shouldn't
no.
go back. No, this way it's always lighter at night. F all this dark at night shit.
I don't see it live on your Twitter, Anna.
What on earth? What is going on? Go live. It says error.
Oh, you might have to delete the destination and then reconnect it. It does it every once in a while with Twitter. It's stupid.
Well, all right. Stream's ruined. We're done. Let's go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Sit out.
I literally knew this was going to happen, but thank you everyone for being here. So again, one of the reasons why I decided to do this is to go, Twitter doesn't want to do it.
Is it a problem from Twitter? Are they having problems right now?
I don't know. I just redid the destination. It still doesn't want to do it.
You completely deleted it? Like you
Yeah.
Okay, and then you re-added it?
Yeah.
And then you have to go to edit stream, and then you have to add it again, and then you have to click
good, Ryan. Yeah.
It's still
Oh well, whatever.
Yeah.
We're on Rumble. Twitter. So again, back in real time. This time we're reviewing The Crow, which is a comic book written in 1989 by somebody called James O'Barr. It's one of my favorite comic books. It's something I grew up with, and they kind of adapted the comic book into a film, which I think most people know about. Most people have seen, some other people haven't, which was filmed in 93, released in 94 with somebody who's called Brandon Lee, who I think a lot of us also know of, and someone who had a very tragic ending in the making of the film. So let's just watch it, review it, talk about it. But before we do that, Clifton, what's behind you?
What's behind me? A rainy city, because it rains so much.
Right. And why does it rain there?
Yeah, because it can't rain all the time, right?
Devil, was it raining for you yesterday? And how are you doing?
No, I'm getting through. It's actually raining here today, but not yesterday. But I'm actually really happy to see this movie. I think it was like the first time you really saw the hero aspect being dark. Now that's such a common thing where you have like Blade and you have all these dark heroes and stuff spawn. But this, I think, was the first time they did it in movie where you had a hero that was so dark and so, tragic, but still was a hero. Yeah, anti-hero. So I'm really looking forward to this movie. It's one of my favorites. And so, yeah.
Well, thanks for making the time. And I know you're recovering. But talking about recovering, Ryan.
I'm not sure what I'm recovering from, but
are you recovering from all of that swimming you did?
Yeah. All right. So we had a good show earlier on our Hunting Mustache Man stream. It was a lot of fun. I was the guy in the water, and so no, I haven't seen this movie in forever, right? So when this movie came out, I was 8. Definitely wasn't allowed to watch.
God, I'm old.
Wasn't allowed to watch it. I didn't see it until I was probably like 18, somewhere in there. But yeah, so no, I haven't watched it since then, and it was really good to go back and rewatch it. It's a very good movie. It's got a very powerful message, especially with the young girl who misses her friends who ultimately basically took care of her because her mom is a junkie. But we'll get there. So it's a very good movie. It has a great message.
It's good to have you here. Sorry, I'm still
Thanks.
trying to figure out this Twitter thing. It's not doing it. But JV, I don't know. Do you want to show what you
Sure. This film I saw in theaters in 1994. I was 23 at the time, so I'm probably the senior member on this panel here. I've seen this film probably 100 times. It is one of my favorite films of all time. So significant that I've actually had it immortalized on me. So this film, in my opinion, is a perfect film. From top to bottom, the acting, the camera work, the lighting, the score, the soundtrack, and should never be touched. It is perfect the way it is. There should never be a remake. There should never be a reboot. Leave this film alone. Anything past this film is a sacrilege.
I agree with that.
That is what actually before I don't know about you guys, but after before I ever heard of this new reboot where there have been sequels to The Crow, but
We don't talk about those.
They
no, they're not actually. Yeah, there's only one, or The Crow, which James O'Barr actually said himself. So they are making a reboot of the original 1989 comic starring Bill Skarsgård and FKA Twigs, whatever that is. Some, again, race swapped Shelley, his love interest, and they've turned him into some the photos
Drug
from the
addicts.
set were available like 2.5 weeks ago. For me, that was like something that made me really want to do the stream, just to give people, if they want to know what the actual Crow is about, obviously go and watch it in your own home and everything. But for people who love it and why maybe you should reconsider. I mean, Michael, we talked about it a little bit. You have kind of the same opinion, but you're more of a optimist, I'd say.
Well, optimist might be a bit of a strong word. We haven't seen much. We see some stills. All the other sequels to The Crow have been bad. And I don't have a huge amount of faith, but will I watch it when it comes out? Maybe. I'll see what the kind of reception is. Willing to give. I like Bill Skarsgård. Doesn't mean the film's going to be any good, but we'll. I suppose it's just a waiting game, right? We'll see how it is.
I mean that's the kind of like, I like Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. He's been in some really good films. He comes from a family of really talented actors. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Just like some actors that we see these days who, are usually pretty good, and then they are involved in some really strange projects. But Adam, talking of strange projects, what do you think of this new reboot, and are you going to see it?
Oh, F this new reboot. I mean, I covered this when the stills broke a couple weeks ago, and it's an atrocity. Just by the stills alone, it looks like an atrocity. Having Eric Draven covered in emo tats and looking all whiny with a goddamn SJW haircut and race swapped Shelley, and all you have to do is look at the comments by the people involved with this movie talking about how, oh, we're gonna do this about their romance. It's not a movie about revenge romance. The people involved in this movie have no idea what the hell they're doing.
No.
This movie deserves. I mean, listen, there's a reason Jason Momoa ran like hell to get away from this remake.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing good about this.
Yeah, and one of the fun facts is that Jason Momoa is actually also a fan of the comics, and he wanted to play Eric Draven. So even though to me he doesn't really look like Eric Draven,
He's not an Eric Draven, not at all.
No,
But
he is way too jacked.
If somebody's passionate, maybe, because for me, Henry Cavill was never good as The Witcher. Michael, if you remember, like when the first season came out, I was bitching about it all the time during the coof. I was like, he's not and then I kind of slowly grew to love it, because also in The Witcher, Geralt is a lot more kind of lean, and so physically he didn't look it, but still pull it off. So should we start the show and look at some
Might as
Crow?
well.
Yeah.
Definitely. Miramax. Miramax. Oh, just seeing that name now, it's like, oh no.
The irony is that Miramax is the only one that would pick it up.
Yeah. Now, does anyone know what actual city this is set in?
No, but that's kind of the magic of this movie. That there's,
I do.
It could be.
Do you?
They don't actually say it in the movie, but it's kind of the magic. It could be anywhere.
It's Detroit.
Very good.
But they never actually say it. They never actually say it, do they?
Yeah, it kind of gives
No.
Detroit feels. I can see that.
Yeah, you think like RoboCop. You think
It gives off
Yeah.
like a Gotham, like 1970s riots, New York, Manhattan kind of thing, but at the same time, it still has its own character.
Hey,
So,
Sam.
What's up, Sam? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Sam.
People once believed that when someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead. But sometimes something so bad happens that a terrible sadness is carried with it, and the soul can't rest. Then sometimes, just sometimes, a crow can bring that soul back to put the wrong things right.
Chills. Already got chills.